At 6:01 PM, we have one resolution. Awarding bids and authorizing contracts, Greene County Community Services Building Construction Project. Davis, O'Connell, True. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That is carried. Is there anything else to come before health services?
Motion to close.
Lennon and Wenger, we are closed. Yeah. Lesson, everyone?
Charlie, you're next.
Hang on. All right. You ready? Okay. Have one, agenda on the finance committee. Proposed action item, awarding bids and authorizing contract, Greene County Community Service Building Construction Project. Linger. Linger. Drew second.
I just have a question, Charlie, on this. I had missed the presentation Augie had given about bids. Did he state why the electrical bid is almost double the mechanical?
I don't recall that. I don't remember the question. I had your numbers right in front of you. Cause the mechanical is 1.3,
Yeah.
it was 2.2.
I know, it seems,
Well, it's an all electric building.
I thought we weren't gonna do all electric in terms of heating and.
There's no gas. I don't have the other, and I got to put solar fuel in.
Yeah. That makes sense then.
Yeah, welcome to state building code now.
We're still debating it. I'm happy to work down with Senator Hinchy's office. They question this necessity. It's who we're talking to at the state code office to say yes.
What's the backup if the electric fails? You have that?
The diesel generator.
Is that part of it?
The propane, one of the things, and everybody home.
All right, thank you, Charlie.
All in favor?
Aye.
All. Carry. Thank you.
Need a motion to close?
Motion to close.
Second. Ryan Davis. Thank you.
Okay, well, special legislature meeting number 3 for the year 2026, the clerk would ask everyone to please rise to the moment of silent prayer. You join me in the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, nation under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Our legislators are present.
Resolution that we have.
Resolution number 174-26, awarding bids and authorizing contracts, Greene County Community Services Building Construction Project. Moved by legislator Davis and seconded by legislators O'Connell and Drew.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Opposed. Is this a roll
Oh, no.
call? Village is closed. Martin is also closed. Okay. Village is closed. Okay. Carry.
So, Mr. Chairman, this can be open to change. Senator gets back to us as far as the electric.
Not the
Well,
electric,
it's only the
solar.
solar.
Only the solar.
I thought the CPA thing or whatever was, put on hold. When it comes to all electric on new construction.
No, this is part of the building code, that's requiring it because we're installing the building after December of 2025.
Yeah, but I thought that they, put a hold on that.
I thought the whole was going vertical above 5 stories was the change.
Yeah, the senator's office tends to agree with us that we,
Right.
they don't think we need it. The Department of State, I believe it's the Department of State,
That's the
says otherwise.
building code office is under DOS. The rationale that we're using is this building was designed over the last, 18 months. So all of our work was and this is only for the solar. Because there is not natural gas in the area for us to tap into. And if Senator Zinchi's office is saying, well, we think it can be eliminated, the US is saying no, it's still under discussion.
Yeah, as we.
The bidding standpoint, the low bidder could be bid the solar field, because a very small solar field is 632 square feet, something like that, non-rooftop, so it'll be an independent array. The successful bidder, as you just awarded tonight, as an alternate, it was $15,000 to install that. The second low bidder had a $43,000 bid on it. So it's not going to be really a grand scheme of the project. It's not really going to be a money maker, much as it is defining building code. Because if that sticks, then that's a cost of state, not just for you.
And I believe the estimate was gonna provide 3% of our power in that building.
2 to 3%.
Oh, so no missing.
All right.
Could you have
1%.
Anybody have anything further? We are adjourned.
I'd like to open county services tonight at 6:09. And I'd like to start off with Ira. If you have anything for us tonight?
No, I'm basically waiting for the state budget to arrive.
Okay, I'd love to that. Okay,
We're at the end of the middle. I understand.
End of the middle.
I agree.
Of negotiations.
Next, I was just told 10 minutes ago, next week.
Next week,
Next week, okay.
going into the holiday, they don't want to hang around all week for the holiday weekend.
Christmas is 7 months away.
Kyra, have we seen an increase in people that need benefits? And are they corresponding to the work requirement as they receive it?
So I'm still within that 3-month, window for people on the SNAP side. We've seen very few out of the ABOTs, that we have coded ABOTs who are coming in asking for assistance. So if they don't come in the next month, then those cases will be closing, and that will happen on June 1st.
And are people that are coming in, are you sending them upstairs to the workforce development office?
Some of them, yeah.
Yeah, Amanda actually mentioned that to me last week. She loved being in the building because she's very close with you guys. Being able to just send people or call people right up.
So well, in June, I'll tell you those numbers, how many actually went up.
great. All right, next we will move over to Tyler.
Yeah, just a quick reminder for everyone, this Saturday we have our honor vet ceremony. We have a World War II veteran, Purple Heart recipient, Boyd Allen was his name. So that will be this Saturday, 10 o'clock at the Point. So love to see everyone out there. Also moving into June for Flag Day this year, we're going to try something new. We are going to actually do a flag folding / retirement ceremony at our office in partnership with the American Legion. So if anyone would like to come attend that as well, we'll be doing that on June 8th. That'll be a Monday. Email will go out with all the flyer and information. So that's just some upcoming stuff that we have going on. Other than that, if you have any questions for me, please feel free to reach out or ask.
How's
Yeah.
the patio block sale going for the veterans more?
Pretty good. I know, Amanda, you could
Yeah,
probably speak a little better on that,
We're
but
200 at this point, which is
Okay.
great. That was our goal.
We're gonna have 201 tomorrow morning.
Somebody's still waiting for his order, but it's okay.
A lot of late coming.
Yeah, a lot of, like, I like how when we say the last day and then like 50 of them come in the next day, but,
I had to go to Rochester to take a picture of my dad's stones, that can replicate here.
yeah.
Took me a while to get to Rochester.
Yeah, I mean, there's gonna take some time, like, we're gonna have to, a lot of people put online orders, some people fill out paper, we gotta verify that everybody, that whatever they put on the stone makes sense, I mean, some people, couldn't tell the difference online with the lines, so we know we'll have to make a couple little adjustments, but, and then we've reached out to a few different masons and architect, landscapers, and we are just waiting on a bid from one of those, the architects that we reached out to just do a drawing and site survey, their bid almost was as much as we were expecting to pay for the whole project, so, that will be not likely used, so we're.
Are we required to use that?
Well, we just have to get
Simple
three.
thing like this?
We have to do 3 attempts, so we have another one that will do it, who is he's an engineer as well, so he's doing the site work and the engineering on it, so, we're just waiting to get a price from him. But we're anticipating it being around 50 to 60,000, but we'll know for sure once we see something.
Overall?
Overall, yeah.
With the
And
donation.
as this goes on, people can still buy them.
Yes.
And then at one time a year, I guess you replace the bricks.
Right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take any of them, even though we've officially closed, you can still go online and order them, we'll still take paper applications, because we haven't set a design yet. Once we have the design set and we know how many vacant blocks we're gonna have to backfill with, at that point, we'll start that phase 2 approach, and we'll hold all the future orders, and then we'll update, once we get enough that we know we could do a certain wing or expand out an additional area, then we will do that, at each time. So those people that kind of miss the first phase, it may be a year or two before, they'll see their bricks, but, that's the goal for right now.
We have paper applications too, and it's right on our website, it's the first thing that pops
Yeah.
up, so it's pretty straightforward, but if you have questions on that too, just give us a call, we'll help anybody out.
Amanda, would you reference the donation, please?
So we did receive a substantial endowment fund from Randall Freed when he passed away. So there's $50,000 that we'll be putting in. Once we have the quotes and everything, we're gonna put in a resolution and move that from our deferred revenue and put that into the veterans budget. And again, I think the return on the bricks is about the cost is about 40% of the revenue that we brought in, and we're well over 20-something thousand in revenue. So, so there'll be money from the bricks as well. So we may not even need to use that full endowment fund. But that money was earmarked to the veterans, and we thought a better way to, to serve them is to put that, for that memorial. So, and we're gonna try to utilize some of the leftover block that was, the facade from the new, Justice Center construction. So.
New block, not.
The new block, the old block, we don't think it's gonna, I mean, it may be able to, but I don't know, so we're gonna plan on the new block.
We're talking about the old block, not for the actual memorial, pavers and things like that can be
Yeah,
used.
maybe the lock in the paver so they don't fly and stuff like that, yeah, great.
Make a border out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Great job on a stand down too.
Oh, yeah. From the Justice Center, like a pallet and a half, new stone left
The
over.
red, Acacia.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
thank you, James.
Yeah.
Thank you, James. James was our cook for our stand down, so he was there all day.
Yeah, good job out
He did
there.
a
We
fantastic
appreciate
job.
it. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and the only thing I'll add is that, so the veteran scholarships, the children's scholarships went out. We had 10 applicants come in on time. So 10 out of the 12 slots were filled. And of course, once we made the decision on those 10, we got 4 more applications in this week. So, so we're gonna wait to see what comes in by the end of the week. But because they weren't submitted on time, we think that, unless we can make a really definitive decision on what 2 out of those 4 came in, we think we're just gonna hold the $2,000 in abeyance until next year. So that way, it just increases the fund next year, so. But we were happy to see that we had that many kids apply, so that's good.
Great. Amanda,
That's,
anything else?
Just quickly on this one resolution, is this to help with the lack of having a driver for, with Kusaki Transport?
So is this the healthcare consortium one or the Cooksaki Transport?
Kentucky Transit.
So that one is, we require, we do medical transportation that we have passed on to Catholic Charities, but you have to be kind of able-bodied. The most they can assist with is maybe folding up your wheelchair or your walker. But for those people that need a transit that requires a lift gate and stuff like that, that's what that's for. So that's to help people get to medical appointments. They're pretty costly per appointment, so that the contract really doesn't cover that many rides, but for those that are, in urgent need, we do try to facilitate where we can.
Amanda, do we have a bus that goes out to the Prattsville Senior Housing Center?
So that's our senior transportation bus. That's a senior shopping bus. That bus runs Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, every week.
Okay,
And then it goes on one Thursday a month to Colony. However, that bus is currently on hiatus due to a personnel issue, that I can't really discuss, but once there's a resolution on that, we will provide more detail on how we're gonna move forward. In the meantime, we have reached out to a lot of those clients, and anybody that signed up that wanted to continue to ride. We've made arrangements with Greene County Transit. They can take that. I will be honest, many of them are refusing to take Greene County Transit because I think they built a relationship with the previous driver and they really wanted to just be on that bus because that's their bus. So we are trying to find accommodations, but it has been difficult because many of them, and some of them do have family members. It was really just to bring them to the grocery store and then bring them home. But we are working on, providing alternatives. There's also the Friendly Visitors Program. So we've offered a lot of options and some have taken us up on it. We have 3 individuals that did take us up on it and took the Greene County Transit passes, which we paid for. But that's kind of where we're at for right now until we can make a more definitive decision on, how to move forward.
but in your future, you think that it would go back to them?
So we did try to onboard a new staff member per diem, but unfortunately, so everybody, they have to have a CDL and a passenger endorsement. And then we hired a retiree, but then unfortunately, like a day before he was supposed to start, found out that the retiree insurance would have changed. So that unfortunately was a setback. So we don't have anybody right now. So it's really gonna be finding somebody, but we may be able to find another, alternative provider, do it and keep it as is. So that's kind of in the process right now,
Okay.
just looking to find somebody, but we're hoping soon. But like I said, we do
So
have.
you're looking and hoping it'll go back to,
Right. So something similar to what was in place. But again, those people that are at that Prattsville housing, their GCT does go there twice a week. So they're there on Wednesdays and Fridays, I believe. So they can ride GCT.
okay.
So
Thank you.
people could still call your office if they needed a ride.
Absolutely. And what we do is we just connect them, with the mobility manager at the ARP and they can facilitate them. I mean, the nice part about GCT is if you're not on a current route, they will find you, dial-a-ride services as long as you're in the service area. If you're on the outskirts, it's a little bit more challenging, but again, we were referring them to Friendly Visitors. We are also trying to, just find out if there's local transportation companies that they may be able to pay for rides from. And like I said, a lot of them is just they're not familiar with other options. So that's why we encourage them to reach out to us. But again, a lot of the people that, called, I think they were very partial to the service that they were getting and the person that was getting. So that's kind of been a challenge, but
Thank you.
we're working through it.
Well, we're lucky that we have the service. I mean, that's really what we're in the business of, is providing the service.
Mhm.
I mean, they should be thankful that we're able to provide it.
Yeah, it's
People are
tough
saying
with
we're not providing anything. Well, we really are providing.
Yeah, and
We're
like I
just
said,
choosing not to take that.
we do have that GCT is able to pick up many of these people and all it is an extra call to say, okay, they're not on the route. Do you mind going off route? Or can you, is there an alternative place that you can pick them up? Like there's some people on 145 that they just have to let them know when they're gonna be out there and the bus driver will stop and get them right at their door. But sometimes just calling isn't always, they have to know to ask for that type of thing. So again, we're finding other alternative solutions to get them where they need to go. And it won't cease as far as going forward. We may end up just finding an alternate vendor to do it. Just, the bus is getting old and that may require to be purchased an additional bus. So for us, I think we're just looking at, what's the best effective way that we don't run into the situation again. Because one driver, one bus makes it very challenging to run a bus service, so.
Amanda, what is the ridership?
It's quite low,
Do
so.
we need that size bus that needs a CDL license?
No, I think the Rise of Colony would be a difficult issue if, those are on the higher side. The other issue is the size bus, even though we're not occupying all the seats because of the mobility issues, the size bus does matter. You're able to fit more wheelchairs, there's a little bit more space. So that's part of the problem.
Handicap issues are different.
Yeah, so that, and the smaller buses don't quite have that same space availability, but no, it doesn't necessarily have to be. The ridership right now, that as far as we were aware before it went out of commission, we had about 26 riders a month riding on it. And again, it could be, 12 a week. Between all three rides, it could be up to 18 a week. It really depends on what the route was, what the day of the week was, what the weather was like, all of those things that play a factor, so.
So like what Sean said, do you think for just the shopping route, you could get away with a smaller vehicle?
It is possible, but they'll still need like that, I think they still need the passenger endorsement from what I understand, so that's part of the problem. They may not need the CDL, but they'll still need a passenger endorsement.
That's actually easy.
Yeah, and they'll have to, so they'll have to be able to take the test, right? So again, these are kind of logistics that I don't know that we would be able to facilitate, like they would have to go out, find a bus to take a test on, and, because I believe it's still a driving test. They also have to be trained on how to use a lift gate and all that stuff, but.
Unless it's new, it's just another written.
Another written test,
It's just an endorsement.
yeah.
Yeah.
But that's if you have a CDL. I don't know, if you don't have one, you can get that. So I can
It's a
still
Class E.
file that with, DMV on that, but that, again, the issue has been is now, are we capping how many people we have and all of that stuff? So either way, it has to be a driver, and then civil service will play a factor in that too, because technically the bus driver titles require them to have a CDL. And the chauffeur title. So the two that I would have that would be able to transport individuals actually require a CDL right now.
Man, did anybody from public health reach out to you?
They do, they're gonna actually utilize, we're gonna loan them our buses for that youth fair that they're having down at the point. So, again, they're used it just for the day to transport from Dutchman's to the point. So they asked if they could use them.
They were loading the buses going back and forth, we're like, boy, I wish we could get those for ours in June.
Yeah.
Amanda,
Yeah,
they're owned by the county, why not?
yeah, I don't think that's gonna be a problem. So they did reach out, and we put them aside for them on the Saturday, so.
Amanda, the request for the new vehicles, do they, is there a reason they're specifically the Pacificas? They're requesting?
I'm requesting a new vehicle.
Department-
That's Kyra, I think.
Oh, so I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, that's okay.
That's fine. So we're replacing basically the same vehicles, the bigger, because unfortunately, we're moving bigger families at this point. So we needed the extra room.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Anything else for these folks? Okay. To our action items for tonight. Number one, authorizing agreement between Greene County Department of Human Services, Aging and Coordinated Care Services, Inc., CCSI.
Right.
Handle.
Leg and Handle, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That passed. Number two, authorizing agreement, Greene County Department of Human Services, Aging and Coxsackie Transport.
Handle.
Leg.
I think.
No, I didn't say,
I'm sorry. I had handle motion, who was that, a second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Number three, authorizing agreement between Greene County Department of Human Services, Aging and Living Health.
Leg.
Handle.
Leg and Handle, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That's carried. Number four, authorizing vehicle purchase, Greene County Department of Social Services.
Lucas.
Lucas and O'Connell, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? And that's carried. Awesome.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn, Patty. Second it, and we are closed. Thank you.
Open up public works committee at 6:27. Hear from our chief of the committee, which was Scar.
Going through the agenda, we have, 5 large projects that are going this year. Kennard 61 Bridge in the town of Coxsackie, / New Baltimore, over the Coxsackie Creek. That's they're mobilizing on May 18th, so we should be seeing in the next 2 weeks. They're out there doing some survey work right now, so you'll still see some people out there, but it will be starting a couple of weeks. Kennard 3 project that we had estimated.
Scott, I'm sorry, at 61, you've already got the capital account assigned for that?
Yes.
Thank you.
The Kennard 3 project in the town of Halkett that we were hoping to get this year, unfortunately due to fabrication, it is delayed until 2027. The structure itself, they said that they can estimate getting it to us in September, but from our experience, September means October, and October in Halkett is not ideal. So we have pushed that one to 2027, but we still plan on putting it out to bid at the end of this year, so we can at least get the contractor on board, get him to purchase the structure itself and get going first thing, next year. Kennard 2023B slope stabilization in the town of Catskill. They plan on mobilizing on June 17th. That is due to the fact that we're waiting for school to end. We do not want to fight with the buses and the bus service. So June 17th is the estimated time that we're going to mobilize there. Kennard 23B Leeds Main Street Improvement Project. We actually went with the town of or the village of Catskill and met with them out there to find out what exactly utilities they have. They actually have 2 water mains that go through Leeds, one on each side of the road. So to make it a little more complicated, they have a large 16-inch main on one side and a smaller 6-inch on the other side. So just another more variables to work around. Kennard 2 culvert replacement project in the town of Prattsville. They plan on mobilizing on April 17th. So like all these other ones, we're right there. In the next couple of weeks, we'll be mobilizing on majority of our projects this year. Kennard 2 slope stabilization in the town of Prattsville. Actually, Kennard 20 slope stabilization, they're completing this week. They're actually doing the Shot Creek right now. Then they're going up to Kennard 2 to mobilize there on May 12th, possibly the 13th. But they're mobilizing up there. Once that's finished, then the Kennard 2 project can get going. So, the Catskill transfer station maintenance building is moving right along. I don't know if anyone's been out there, but what's they doing? They're pretty close to.
Yeah, they're almost done. They're putting the sheet rock up, spackling, running some, airlines and then they have to paint floors. So they're almost done. They should be done hopefully by the end of the month.
We also had, the first shred event. Paul was there, was not. Apparently it was a very well, received event. We had 81 cars. So I think it was actually a successful event.
Did it fill up the truck?
Did about 7,000 pounds.
Yes, 7,000.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that we.
Yeah.
Is the contractor hauling it away as well?
Yes.
Yeah.
We're not bailing.
No.
So we have an opportunity to do another one.
That is, it's up to
What was the cost?
$2,500.
It went over pretty well.
Yeah, it was well received. It was definitely well received. It was.
So how much would 7,000 pounds of garbage be on the tipping fee?
A lot of rolls of toilet paper.
They're $125 a ton, right?
So did it pay for itself?
No, but it was, I mean, it was a good service that, I mean, I think it was, like I said, it was well received throughout the.
People were happy, but.
And maybe possibly rotate it around. That's something, actually seeing this set off was actually incredible and super mobile, so. If you want to do one on the mountaintop or something, that wouldn't be.
I bet if the weather was better, there would be even more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was surprised on the turnout, to be honest. It was a dreary Saturday, was not the best day. Wyndham Transfer Station Reconstruction Project, we're finalizing the final design. If anyone would like to come to our office and take a look at it, more than welcome. I think it's going to be one of our better stations. We put a lot of thought into this.
When was the time frame of something like that where you want to get going?
It all really, I mean, we're hoping to get the final design by the end of this month. It's a little aggressive schedule. We've got to get it done this year. I mean, you still have to purchase, whoever we get the contractor, they still have to get the building itself. I don't know the fabrication schedules on steel and all that. And do you really want to start the concrete work prior to the building coming that far in advance? Then the destruction of Wyndham, it's the logistics of, we're gonna have to do almost a slightly off on-site, but off to the left, temporary processing.
So you're not gonna close.
No, it would be too.
Just do bag garbage and recycling.
Right.
CD.
Yeah, no CD now.
Now the scale would
There
have.
won't be any scale or anything.
So we really want to kind of get our schedule right down as close as we possibly can to.
So is that scale that's there now going to stay there?
Yes.
Yeah, well, not in that.
Not in that exact position.
We're using that scale.
And the compactor, you're gonna be using that also?
Yes.
When you guys do the bids like that, when you said building the structure, were you guys happy with the structure, say at the Casco where they did the recycling and that type of structure?
Yeah.
Do you put in the bid spec, hey, we want you to look at getting this type of building? Or are you?
It's steel. I mean, it depends on the contractor that's bidding on it. I mean, it's in the drawings as far as what type of building it is.
There's only a couple of them that do those.
Galvanized,
Yeah. They're pretty particular on the specs.
Scott, do you have a schedule or anything for striping?
I do not have that scheduled yet. We wanted to get at least the starting of our patching. We don't want to go and stripe and then patch over it.
Right.
So we're trying to get that. And so I don't have an actual schedule for that. We're gonna do it twice a year, just like we always have.
How is the asphalt pricing going?
Yeah, I mean, you have the fuel. I mean, that's through the roof,
So
so,
there's a fuel add-on over
yeah,
about a certain dollar amount per gallon?
yes. So yeah, right now it's quite
Is that
high.
gonna affect lane houses?
Absolutely. So, but it's been, I mean, realistically,
State budget, yeah.
it's all over the map. It's been bouncing on a daily basis.
How many miles are you anticipating of doing again this year?
Based on the fuel, I mean, we're still, our goal is 26 miles. Plus,
10%.
plus we're gonna do other surface treatments on top of that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, overall, 30, 40 miles of actual surface treatments. Paving, probably 26 miles. Obviously, maybe 22 to 26 based on whatever the fuel
Yeah.
surcharge is.
That's still huge. Compared to our historical.
Absolutely.
Where you wanna be 10% every year.
Well, really, it's taking away and taking these slides and some of these other projects and taking them off creating specific projects for that has helped tremendously.
Is your, radar system that sits on the truck, is that helping a lot with,
We're still working through some of the kinks on that, but it is helping.
I know it's new.
Right.
I've heard it.
Yeah, it's not as great as our initial sales of it. But it's still working. It's better than actually going out there and serving 3-4 times a year.
You don't have that new fuel system in place, the
Yep.
cars, how's that been, smooth?
It's going well. We had just a little hiccup in Caro. We had a computer chip fry and it was the actual chip itself. It weighs less than a dime and it's free. It's under warranty, but the expedite here was $200.
Yeah.
So that's what that was.
$2 per guy.
Right. It was, yeah, but also, I mean, I'd just like to bring up, and if anyone has influence in the Thruway Authority, well, we're seeing a lot of traffic on Old Kings Road. It is due to the R restriction permit required on the Thruway, as well as the bridge overpass in Sorgeties. They're sending trucks on 32, but they're diverting themselves onto Old Kings Road and down into Catskill.
How long is that pretty,
Yeah.
It's at least a year. And that our permit, it's been going on for, I'm not even.
At least a year.
more than a year now.
So they're getting off Sorgeties, coming up, and then taking the shortcut through Catskill and Old Kings Road.
I think I
And
heard that they're actually gonna be single lane on that bridge. So you can imagine what traffic will be like on the thruway.
Oh, that's even, yeah, that would be even worse if they have to get off of Catskill and then go down. Cause they're not taking 9W because of the.
What's the official detour?
The official detour is 32 to 20, or, yeah, 32 all the way to 23.
GPS is sending the people Old Kings Road.
Sure, short as.
Right. They're looking at the shortest distance.
I see.
Can we restrict?
For myself, I have very limited authority.
In 2020.
If it was a town road, they
Right.
would have authority to do it.
But county,
We would have permission from the state.
I don't put any restrictions on any of them unless there's a structure on it that's
Yeah.
restricted, and that's just covering our liability in case their vehicle.
have you taken a ride down Old Kings? Are you
Yeah, there's-
seeing some bad spots.
We're seeing a lot, obviously the shoulders on when some of the roads where the turns, they're taking some of the turns, these large, the Ulster
Resource recovery.
resource recovery trucks are going down, they're 33 tons.
Yeah.
And they're going down.
Probably gonna get worse when they close Swickles Bridge too.
I'm still trying to find out what the date on that actual closure is. I know the one on Horseshoe Bend in Hunter is probably not until 28 or 29.
So we can't put a R permit restriction on that road?
Any pressure from the state?
No, not unless you have a bridge that's restricted or structure. that's restricted.
Right.
Open Congress.
But even though
And there's no real authority. What's the, there's gotta be a law or something where you can actually ticket them, right? There's gotta be some sort of,
Scale car.
who's,
Scale, we can't scale, the state police can scale.
right. There's gotta be some end of actual enforcement. I don't have that authority.
I think we have to look into something.
I've actually got a meeting
It is a problem.
with Senator Norris's tomorrow on 144 in Baltimore, there's one traffic study, because if you've ever.
Yes.
The shore is risen up between Selkirk and Clemens. 144 was shot, and there were trucks coming out of the Port of Clemens, loaded with salt and whatever else they're hauling in and out of there, and, it's just destroyed that road.
Going through the hamlet too?
That's what's gonna happen.
So how long ago was Old Kings Highway paved?
So last year they paved one section. We're slowly working our way down Old Kings Road. This year was the remaining section from Sorgeties town, Ulster County town line to.
So
It's about a mile and a
should
half.
we hold off?
That's,
Probably should.
Not a bad idea to hold off until this heavy work.
I was gonna, put in road construction and hopefully divert the trucks.
Well, right, I mean, it's a problem.
Constructions expect delays.
It's a major problem. The people there are not happy with these large trucks coming.
No, it's
We're getting,
Semi,
on a
yes.
daily basis, we're getting
Any
calls.
way to, talk with your Ulster County counterpart? I know they come dives in right off.
It is.
Through there,
They're coming right off 32 there, I mean.
where they can put some type of signage up saying, stay to, you know,
Have you got any calls?
designated truck route.
Detour signs.
Yeah, because the roads are getting beat up too. And
They hit what, 3 miles of Old Kings, that's Ulster County.
correct.
There.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, they might be able to do something. Got the Catskill Slope stabilization in Jefferson Heights, you said Gallo, what was that bid, for? What was that total?
Ooh, that was 2.8.
8, yeah, 168.
Yeah, so.
Oh, that was more than you had estimated.
No, it was right on, but it was, I mean, we knew that it was, the sheet piling is the biggest in the immobilization of the crane. I mean, that's,
Your farm wound up being over what the estimate was.
you're parking a crane up on 23B, demobbing every night. Because that's what we're required, we have trying to get it open every night.
I mean, you'll reopen it, why would you do that?
Just the amount of traffic.
You know, but that was closed for what, 3 weeks, 4 weeks when Central Hudson was,
And it-
for one way.
And it was a disaster, it was
I know
not,
it was. Jeez.
We're putting up-
Bet you that's a significant amount of money they added on just for that.
Every day, take it down, put it back up.
Yeah. I would imagine that's pretty significant. Tell the people in Jefferson Heights you'll throw them a block party or something. Right, Matt?
Right.
Let's, on solid waste, did you guys get your equipment, excavators and stuff that we?
yeah, everything
Are
we
all
have.
back in? What about, how's the, composting, how's that doing?
It's going well, it's actually going,
Yeah,
we actually have a lot of people, I mean, it's basically one of those use it. They bring in their waste, organic waste, and they come back and take a bucket of compost.
Right.
So it's working out well.
alright. So when you guys are done, and you move into the maintenance, building, and that area is vacated, what are you thinking up in there then? More baling of the cardboard, or you getting? Paper. Yeah, because we're doing paper now. Yeah.
So there'll be a little extra storage and stuff, so
Yeah,
they can put the portable tire machine in there that takes the bead off. So
I got you. Yeah. What about, that was a while back, glass crusher or something?
You can ask the same question. right?
Yeah, what's that looking like? Anything?
We did, we priced out a glass crusher, it's $152,000. And then with the slab, and because of the Part 360 regulation, it has to be covered. It's an engineering for an additional $214,000. Additional. So,
Crushed glass.
for crushed glass,
Let them build.
crushed glass,
So you're at 350 or
366.
360? There's no ROI in that, is there?
well, we're paying $80 a ton to get rid of it.
Right.
Do you have to say how much you?
How many rid of?
Yeah, we do have,
Between 300 and 500 ton.
40,000 or 500? 40,000, I mean.
Yeah.
But then you can reuse it too.
So what do you mean you reuse the?
Yeah, you can use it on highway or on.
yeah, it's, once it's broken down, it's considered clean fill. You can use it, I mean, it won't cut, it won't,
Oh,
it's not,
But do you landfill it, or does it have a secondary purpose?
you can,
Oh, have secondary purpose.
just basically just like sand.
Yeah,
Who's the secondary purposer?
the highway department.
We can, I mean, I don't know how much we would be able to use it, but you could either,
Mix it in with your.
you can sell it, you can get rid of it, I mean, as far as give it away. I mean, any type of,
bill as far as around electrical, when you need sand. They can use it for that drainage.
Quantify that, so 40,000 becomes 50,000, or then the turnover is shortened? I'm curious, you know.
Yeah, certainly a tougher, ROI
So
than
what's
our
the, what's the
compost
issue on
one.
the glass? There's no recycling where you can bring the stuff to?
It's more difficult to recycle it, surprisingly.
This
than-
cap's gotta be off, label's gotta be off, it's gotta be clear, it's gotta be brown, it's gotta be green, and there's so
Yeah,
many
it's-
different colors, and it's a nightmare.
I understand.
Same with plastics. I mean, really, just because it has that recyclable symbol on it doesn't mean it's recyclable. I mean, the secondary market only wants certain types of plastics that are more easily broken down, and then they can sell to someone that's creating another product. If
Okay.
those other harder plastics can't be broken down easily, then, and it's not cost effective. So they just go in the garbage.
Right.
So paper is one of the most recyclable products that we have, and there's a secondary market for it. Glass is difficult.
The other item on this is the 3 trucks, the single axle trucks. That's part of what you guys put away.
That's a budget item,
Yep.
that's what requires fund balance contribution.
So the other single axle trucks we got, were those internationals
Yes.
last year or gonna be 2 years? How's, how they been holding up? Any like,
No, I mean, we've spec'd most of these, I mean, just because it's an international, and that's basically just a cab, all the
Yeah.
components, I mean, Allison transmissions, the Cummins diesel motors, I mean, those, the brakes we've spec'd most of them to be the same.
Yeah.
It's basically just a cab that's an international.
but any issues on them though, the ones you've gotten? Or?
Not that I mean, typical, I mean, wear and tear that we have, these big trucks in the wintertime, I mean, we're putting them through pretty nasty conditions.
How are the drivers you got there? Are they keeping them clean, these newer trucks?
We're trying. It's a challenge. It's always a challenge to get these guys to
If you
clean
go
them.
there and you open the door up, you're not gonna have 20 coffee.
No, I don't think, I think that's gone. It's more of them making sure they go underneath it and clean the salt off it and cleaning the salt out of it after, I mean, it's a constant
Yeah.
upkeep of it. It's the salt that's, I mean, really, that's what's killing,
Yeah.
deteriorating all
Have
the
the
trucks.
solution
We
that
do.
neutralizes it? You spray it on, neutralize
We
it?
try to tell these guys they need to keep up with spraying it, cleaning it off. Spraying on top of salt, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
You actually have to clean the truck prior to putting it on.
Yeah.
Yeah, but inside the trucks, I've personally seen that they've done a good job of
Okay.
keeping those up. It's just cleaning them after the storms.
Yeah.
And we've worked, I mean, from the time that we put that estimate in, the guys in the back really worked hard to get down to the costs that we have right now. And it was $1,050,000 down to 900 and, what was it, 940. So I think we've gone from, we really took out a lot and worked these, outfitters up.
It's a tough pill to swallow.
And it's
So what's the availability? How long before you get these?
these trucks, I mean, what they're
The
saying.
cab and chassis, is no
Right.
issue.
That's really, it's the cabin chassis we'll have pretty quickly, 3 months, 4 months, and then it's the build of the snow and ice control.
Yeah. with this.
Well, they're saying actually less than that.
Less than a year.
Yeah. Supposedly it's less than a year. That's what they're telling us. We're certainly not gonna pay extra to get it done quicker, because,
And you have to have the truck sit at their yard.
yeah. They don't wanna, I mean, they wanna make sure that truck is sitting there, so they know that they're gonna get it upfitted. At any point, we can cancel the order.
What's the truck without a box on the back? We're not gonna do with it.
Well, it would already have the dump body on it.
No,
Now it's cabin chat, it doesn't have,
Oh, it's the same company's doing the dump body?
yeah, they do the dump body, the snow and ice control, the plow and wing.
Top shot. All right, anything else for Scott?
Yes, now you have another resolution on it, sorry. Number 9.
Number 9.
That there for you.
Yes.
As long as I've done seeker, what is a determination of non-significance? I have never heard that determination.
It's the same as, there's no,
No environmental impact.
right,
Right, sure, did it neg deck?
yeah, there's a negative declaration.
Then I think we should probably term it that.
What's this? Same,
It's not though, because in regulation, you determine either a positive declaration or a negative declaration. When I saw it, I was like, what is the significance? I mean, I understand it, but it's not a legal designation under secret.
And then
I can,
Procedural steps on seeker, or you classify it, right? So we're unlisted. That's the classification. Submit the environmental assessment form, lead agency reviews, and then you have a determination of significance. The agency could decide if a negative declaration, no EIS is needed, or a positive declaration is needed. Negative or positive. And then I think this came from probably the engineer.
correct.
I just couldn't find a definition where it had been used before. I didn't know if we should change the wording on it, or if we should have you check on it, and we can.
Yeah, I could check on it, and
In a further committee.
I'm not sure because it's a ADA, I don't know.
I've never seen it. I've been doing seeker for probably 15 years, and I've never seen it.
the last paragraph says it approves a seeker negative declaration. Oh,
Yeah, we put it in,
with that on that.
we put it in the resolution, but the title on it is just off.
Okay.
I didn't know if that's something that we should do tonight, or if there was a reason, they gave you a reason as to why it was.
No, they did not give it a specific reason why they said non-significance. I mean,
I've seen with conditions,
this does not have any conditions.
but there's no conditions because it's an unlisted action.
Correct. Which is a neg deck.
It should be a neg deck.
it does say negative.
But it says in the listing, it would be like actual.
Right, in the title of the resolution, it's listed as.
I mean,
determination of
I guess does it have to say negative declaration in it or non-significant with a negative declaration?
Right, because your
In the word.
environmental assessment form does not say insignificance. It says negative declaration.
Well, it says non-significance. I don't know what,
The EIS,
well, the wording on this says non-significance. I don't know what,
Secret determination.
I'm not an English major, but
It says it in the body.
Can you read it? We can do
I can get
it.
confirmation.
Clarification for finance.
I've never seen it, it kind of stuck out for me.
But if it says it in the body, does it matter what the title says? You know, what the.
It's part of the resolution.
Bobby said
body
Yeah, that's the last
says-
paragraph. Resolved, legislator of Greene County approves this seeker negative declaration, determination of non-significance.
Says negative.
Yeah, so if it says
right.
in the body, why does it matter what the date of
No,
the resolution was?
I mean, it's,
I wouldn't think so if it's in the body.
That's up to them.
No, the body measure it.
I just need to know if we need to change it later. to make it legal.
I'm just saying, I'm sure this isn't the first neg deck that they've supplied
What's
to.
your secret thesaurus say?
Yeah, so it came out of Great
Says
Man.
it's in,
Correct.
it says it's in the body.
I've never seen that designation.
Yeah, this verbatim came from Great Manning.
Starting a new trend.
I looked to see if there was a difference in.
In the urban
I
legend.
couldn't find it.
Are we gonna?
You were good.
I'm good with moving it.
All right.
It says it in the body.
Right along.
Very strongly.
Right along.
Determination. A negative.
Thank you, Scott.
Oh, we'll have to have a word with Mark.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. All right, moving right along.
Oh,
Right.
We have any proposed action items tonight. First of all, awarding quick quotes for paving contracts on a New York State contract.
Handle. Martinez, Handle.
Martinez, those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Carried. Awarding bid for wash and screen crushed stone.
Wellington.
Burlington and Village? Oh, I'm sorry, what was that? Burlington and Village? Thank you. Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That's carried. Awarding bid to purchase materials, Highway Department.
Handle.
Kyle Handle. All those in favor? Aye. All opposed? That's carried. Oregon County Highway and Service Department to bid for number 2 diesel fuel and gasoline.
Burlington.
Handle.
Burlington Handle, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Awarding replacement of the County Route 2 culvert over Little West Hill, CIN 02-03-943, PRT, Town of Prattsville.
Wellington.
Burlington Leg, all those in favor?
Aye.
And opposed? Carried. Authorizing the county highway and solid waste superintendent to advertise for replacement of the county Route 3 culvert, CIN 03-00-285-HAL, Town of Halifax, pin 1762.66. Leg,
Burlington.
Leg and Thornton, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That's carried. The second form proposal for the yellow flag repair of the Elk Park Road Bridge, Town of Hunter, VIN 32010101. Leg,
Burlington.
Leg and Thornton, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That's carried. Authorize a supplemental proposal for the Barton and Lopez DPC for additional engineering services necessary for Wyndham Transfer Station reconstruction project per demolition fluid investigation.
Burlington.
King and Thornton, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That's carried. Under Branch Rail Trail ADA construction project, secret determination of non-significance. Leg,
Burlington.
Leg and Thornton, all those in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? That's carried. Authorizing purchase of 3 single-axle, 4-wheel drive cab and chassis, including snow and ice control equipment.
Lennon.
O'Connell will second it. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Oh.
These two. That is carried. He's joking. Carried.
Can we do a roll call on that?
Listen, shit out of the. Authorizing vehicle purchase, Greene County Department of Buildings and Grounds.
Martinez. Lennon.
None, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That is carried. Here we go. I'm for Public Works Committee.
Motion to close.
Oh, we might close.
Lennon Handler.